Hey everyone, welcome back. To start, I'm going to comb my brow hairs upwards. I'm using a spoolie for this. I'd highly recommend that you do this because our brow hairs don't all grow in one direction. And doing this before you start the entire process gives you an idea what you're working with, if you need to trim anything or pluck anything. So I always comb my brow hairs upwards. After that, I'm going in with brow glue. This one is from Ardell. I really love it. It has a very tacky consistency, very similar to what you would get with eyelash glue. I use the small spoolie that it comes with and I work this into my brows. You guys can see that I'm really working it in, applying it in circular motions. And this is because I wanted to saturate all the hairs that I have on my brows, okay? After that, I comb it up gently with the same spoolie, but then I go in with the very first spoolie that I used and I begin to drag everything into one direction. As you guys can see, I'm putting some pressure with this particular step, and this is what is going to help you achieve that whole laminated brow effect. Again, take your time with this, but just bear in mind that this eyebrow glue dries fast, so you also want to work fast. Once I'm done, I just take the spoolie, run it over the top of the brows so that it gives it a very clean, sharp line. Then I go in with my brow pencil. This one is from ABH and I absolutely love it. I've been using it for years. I use this to create an outline first. I like this brow pencil especially because it's not waxy. It has a very powdery finish, powdery texture. And for someone like me who has oily skin, it's very important that you start with a product like this because as your makeup wears throughout the day, it's going to get oilier. And if you start with a waxy brow pencil, your brows are going to look waxy. I don't get that issue with this particular product. So I outline my brows first, and after I draw an outline and put my arch where I want it, because sometimes I like my brows straighter, but this is the way that I typically do my brows most of the time. So once I'm done outlining, I'll go in and then I'll fill the outline in with short hair-like strokes. As you guys can see, I'm filling the area in with short hair, like very short strokes. I'm not drawing straight lines or longer lines at this point. I focus especially on the tail end of the brows for this step. After that, I'll go in with my brow pen from Benefit. I especially like this pen because it comes with 3 different pointed tips, if that makes any sense. And this just helps you create the illusion of hair. I use this to just fill in any sparse empty areas that I have left. When you're done with that, it should look like this. And next, I go in with concealer. It's extremely important that you use a concealer that is about 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone max. This particular concealer is 1 shade lighter than my skin tone, and you guys can see that there's not a lot of difference. The contrast is not a lot, and I like this because it gives me control. So I use this concealer when I'm doing very subtle makeup, when I'm doing very HD super defined makeup as well. It works. Sometimes very light concealers always work for a full beat. When you use a concealer that is about 1 shade lighter, it works for both. After applying, I go in with a blending brush. This one is from Huda Beauty and it's one of my absolute favorites, and I use this to blend that concealer out. Again, because the concealer is not too bright, the blending is very, very seamless and it disappears. And you guys can see it looks like I didn't even use concealer in this area, and I think that this is what I find works best for me. And that's it. This is a very simple routine. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.